For the dozens of you that have been following the story, Morloc has been ravaged by Necrons, Death Guard, Eldar, who else? Tyranids, everyone. So we're using this 4-game set of games campaign to try and reset everything and get the Space Marines to take the initiative. So game 1 is going to feature the Void Stalkers against the Necrons in an effort to rid the planet of the vile aliens. Here's the story.
My lords, reports from Morloc Prime suggest the world has been evacuated with devastating losses to our forces.
Tell me, does Lord Morloc still live?
House Morloc is no more.
Well then, Chapter Master, seems you're in charge now.
Finally! Void Stalkers, we sail for Morloc Prime! Deploy! We will take on the Xenos scum face to face. If this is to be our last stand, then we will die in defiance rather than on our knees. For the Emperor! We will need him more than ever.
We're playing a game of just under 2,000 points today. It's going to be Space Marines, Necrons, as you've seen in the story. It's going to be kicking off. What sort of game are we playing, Pat?
We are playing a Maelstrom of War game, Cleanse and Capture, with 6 objective points and a Dawn
of War deployment, as you can see in this visual aid.
I think I said nearly Door of War.
You said Drawn of War, and that was bad.
Don't worry about that. I have got a battalion and a vanguard with the fast attacks.
Cool.
So for my 2 HQs for the battalion, I've got the Overlord and a Cryptek as well.
Yeah. So the Cryptek's got the Chronometron and the Staff of Light. Overlord has the War Scythe and Orb.
I mean, I don't know what they do, but it sounds sick. I'm into it.
Awesome.
I've got the rule books. And then I've got some warriors over here. I think...
2 blobs.
Yep.
18 and 17 man respectively.
And
just to bring it down to match what I've got across the board. And
then I've got the Immortals as well. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
So that makes up my 3 troops choices.
Okay.
And then for my elites, isn't it? I've got the Destroyers, 5 of those.
So this is for the other part of the detachment, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got the Command Barge and the...
Command Barge is the HQ in that detachment. And then the Destroyers and my Wraiths as well. I've got 5 of those. They look
5
amazing.
Wraiths. They haven't got any particle casters, that's just modelled. It's just with Vicious Claws.
Nice. And then I've got 2 separate 3 bases of Scarabs there as well.
That's it.
And then finally, I've got my
Doomsday
Arcs, not Annihilation Barge.
DAs for short.
Okay.
It's quick language skills. So they've got standard loadout of the Doomsday cannons.
Yeah, that's 2,000 points.
Nice.
Just that.
And on the other side, we've got 1975-ish points of Primaris Space Marines.
That's a tongue twister.
It is, and I managed it. I managed it quite well. My HQ is my count says Marius Raegar. His name is Marius Raegar, and he is modelled on a aggressive base, but he's just Marius Raegar for the purpose of rules. I've got Company Ancient with the Relic flag, the Emperor Ascendant flag. Got Primaris Librarian, another option there, and a Lieutenant with a Stalker Bolt Rifle. I've got 3 Intercessor squads. One of the squads has a Power Sword on the Sergeant. and all 3 have got the auxiliary grenade launchers. Next we've got a 10-man Hellblaster squad. The sergeant has a plasma pistol. 4 aggressors with the bolt storm gauntlets and launchers on their backs. 3 awkwardly posed Inceptors, because everyone knows what they're like to pose.
They look drunk.
They are drunk. Space Wolves. And we have Repulsor tank with the Las Talon, twin Las cannons, and all the lovely bits around the top. I think I've got the launchers all the way around, and Iron Hell stub on the front. And lastly, I've got the Dreadnought with the Plasma Incinerator, Fist and Flamer. That comes to just under 2,000 points. To clarify, I'm using the Ultramarines chapter tactic as befits Calgar. He has his set Warlord trait, which is you can reclaim command points that I've spent on a 5+. And I have a battalion and I have a Vanguard detachment. So that takes me to 11, because Calgar gives you 2 extra command points.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there we go. Okay, so we've set up the tactical objectives. Number 1, right there on the corner of the pyramid. Number 2,
Over here.
in Pat's bush. Number 3 is in the even denser Bill's bush over here. Number 4, where's number 4? There we go. Hidden amongst the foliage. Number
5's
5,
over here on the other side of the Necrons.
nice. And number 6 is hidden
Just back here.
just around there. So there we go. Now we're going to roll for deployment. We rolled off. The Space Marines will be taking this board edge. Necrons will be taking the far side. Rolling off to see who starts deploying first. It's a strong 2.
Beaten by a strong 3. Even stronger.
Curses. Repulsor with my aggressors inside is in there. And I've got a stronghold of a line of intercessors screening my 10 Hellblasters. My banner. Let's get a little gander there. Yes. He's in there, along with my lieutenant and Marius Raegar, who is actually Calgar. Another squad of intercessors there. And over on this side, I've got my Redemptor Dreadnought, my Librarian, and a squad of intercessors there. Over on Patrick's side, what have we got?
I have put my Immortals down here,
Yes.
and my 2
Doomsday
Arcs.
Yeah.
Right. They went down when the Repulsor went down, because I wanted to get a good shot at them, the first one. And then because of that, Bill stuck his Dreadnought straight down as well. So got another one down there as well. I think there's going to be a bit of a lot of battle over this side.
Turn 1, turn 2 will be critical.
Yeah. Scarabs just out at the front.
Yeah.
Then some more warriors down here with my Overlord. I've got my Wraiths at the back. I'm trying to stay away from the Hellblasters a bit, because they're obviously a big worry. And they were screened by these Marines as well, which is a worry for the Wraiths, because it's a difficult one, that. The Destroyer's in the corner with the Cryptek over here. I think he gives infantry models a 5+ invuln.
With the chronometrine, does, yes.
Yeah, so I've got them around, and then another set of Scarabs just up here. Yeah.
Can you talk about the rest of the deployment, the reserves that we've got? So I've got 1 unit of Inceptors in reserve.
And I've got my 18-man Warriors squad. They don't have a deep strike ability on their own, so I played a command point, dropping them down to 8 to have them.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, what's this? A Warlord Titan, where you can find it on Bill Morloc on Instagram. Brilliant. That's it.
Should be interesting.
Right, you got a dice ready?
Yes, I do.
Let's roll off. I get the +1 to the roll.
I've got 2. That's a draw.
Let's draw. Roll again.
I'll take the lucky dice.
Yeah, 3.
4 and a 5.
Oh, scum. Right, I'm going to try and seize quickly.
I'll take that.
Seize the initiative. That's not a 6.
It's definitely not a 6.
Okay,
Alright, good game.
Good game.
Good luck, Bill.
Bully. So we're going to draw the strategic objective cards for Patrick. First one up. What we got?
Advance.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want that.
And 2.
Secure objective 1.
Number 1 is on my side of the pyramid.
Oh, that's not great either.
That's a tough ask. Number 3. I think you're holding that deck upside down.
Hold the line. Okay, so which is the complete opposite of advance.
No pressure.
No, I'm gonna not either do that.
No, okay.
It's impossible.
Well, let's see how you crack on.
I've got a lot of stuff that moves quite well actually. I was quite surprised because I always think of the Necrons as being quite slow, but the Scarabs have moved up and advanced both sides. I think I've got a 4 or 5 there and then a 6 for these guys.
To
which is
advance,
really good.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe how far up they've got.
Yeah, they can push on.
Yeah, the Wraiths moved out of the deployment zone up into here. I was thinking, I'll get them cover, but they've got 3+ invuln, so it doesn't even...
But still, they're the only unit that could have achieved that sort of distance, aren't they?
Yeah.
Over here.
The Destroyers have moved up. I couldn't get them in range of the Hellblasters, which I would have liked. So they're just in range of the front row of Primaris over there.
Yeah.
And the Cryptek had to advance to keep up with them. He can't quite move as far.
Yeah.
But he got close, and it's close enough to give him the invuln. I think that he grants infantry units, which is good. And he's also got living metal as well, which I think is useful. So and a boost to that. So instead of regaining, they probably don't have it, do they?
No, that's a personal thing for all 3 of the HQs, as well as the Doomsday Arcs.
Oh, never mind. These guys have stood still with the Overlord.
Yeah.
They're just chilling out for a minute. Doomsday Arcs have stayed still. I've got hold the line, so I've got to keep 3 things in my deployment zone. So that's these guys and these 2. The other Overlords moved up. Mine will be done on the Immortals, and they're just about in range of these guys here. These Primaris, which is nice. They had to move out of cover to go around there. And I've left my reserves where they are. That's it for the moment.
Nice one. Doomsday Arc is shooting.
Everyone knows what he's shooting at. It's lined up right at the beginning, straight at the big man at the back.
Yeah.
Bill was saying before the game that it dies instantly every time he uses it. So we'll see how this goes.
Go on then. So D6 shots. Let's have a little look how many you're going to get.
Oh,
it's only 6. I shouldn't be too worried.
Hitting on freeze?
Yes. Oh no.
I missed one, so that's 5.
Oh no, poor you.
What's the strength? 1,000,000. So strength 10 against. I think you must be toughness 7 on the Dreadnought. So 3's to wound.
Oh no.
So with the -5, it goes straight through because it doesn't have an invuln.
Oh.
So that's 46.
Oh no.
46 damage.
Yeah. Oh, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There's 11 there.
Oh,
13, 15.
It's gone.
I mean, that's a bold start.
It's not on. I worked so hard getting it ready as well. Does he explode on a 6? Thank God I rolled a 1.
Just have a quick look at him first.
Okay.
It's so good looking.
As he's been eliminated, let's
Is that him going to heaven? Oh, well, maybe I'll just call it my turn. It's a bit harsh.
I mean,
can I try the other one? I can't believe you gave me 2 of these.
I know. What idiot bought 2 of them?
I don't like Eldar anymore. I'm going to shoot at the repulsor.
Okay, so we've already looked at it. He has got the angle.
Yeah, just about see it. We lined it up before the game. So.
By a gnat wing. Yeah.
So heavy D6.
Yeah, I can't wait to see some big numbers again.
Oh, it's just 2 this time.
Well, you've got command points. Not that you bloody need it.
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay,
that's
2 shots.
3
more.
2 misses. I deserved that after the last one. But I'm alright with that. I'm alright.
Alright. Okay.
I'm going to shoot next. I'm going to use the stratagem for rerolling hits and wounds.
The Annihilation Protocol.
Brilliant, yeah. So they're only in range of the front line of Primaris Intercessors. I can't quite get at the Hellblasters yet. So that's heavy 3 shots each. They've moved, but they ignore the penalty for moving. And they're...
so they repulse the platform. Nice.
Hitting on 3s.
There we go, let's see how you roll.
Oh, I can see some 1s and 2s in there.
Not many though.
Re-rolling 6 dice for the stratagem. Okay, so missed 3, so 12 hits.
Nice.
So 3s, re-rolling. Got a few misses in there. Let's get those again. Right, so that's 12 wounds at -3, so it gives them a 6 up save.
Yeah, watch this. Hot 6s. That one.
Oh wait, I've got to do D3 damage for each roll.
It doesn't matter because you're only targeting 5 dudes.
I still might do it. You never know. So,
right, let's see what happens with the damage.
First guy, just so he's taken 2. Second guy, dead. Third guy, yeah. I'm sorry about this.
Oh.
But that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't worry about these dice. We'll put these dice.
Pew, 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 pew.
Is that what destroyers sound like? Killing.
Yes, I think they.
Slightly underwhelming.
Yeah, it's a bit underwhelming. It's not at all what I thought.
Next up, I've got my Immortals with their Tesla weaponry. They're actually hitting on 2s because of my will be done. And they're targeting the intercessors here, which are just in range after they move. So
they're about to have a bad day.
20 shots hitting on 2s. I think with Tesla, if you get a 6, generates some more hits. So we'll figure that out.
All exploding 6s. Let's see what happens. A disgusting amount of 6s rolled, causing a total of 30 hits. I can't see it going south for me.
Right, so they're strength 5 on those weapons.
Yeah.
So I rolled 7 6s against toughness 4.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for 3s.
I'm not even worried. Like I said, there's nothing to worry about. It's only 22 wounds caused. Looking for 3 pluses. 7 failed saves, so 3 are dead and 1 is down to 1 wound. Backpedaling slightly, the unit of intercessors that was wiped out here was in range of the flag of the Emperor Ascendant. So on a 3+, they get to shoot again as if they were shooting as normal. So 4, which is going to be 8 shots, which I'm going to use against the Wraiths. So I'm looking at 3s to hit. So I'm shooting at the Scarabs, not the Wraiths. Toughness 3 against 4, so it's 3s or more to wound. And it's AP -1.
Right, so they don't get a save, but they've got 3 wounds each. They did 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
So that's 1 dead and 1 down to 2 wounds.
Nice. Oh, better than nothing.
Yeah, that makes up for your Dreadnought dying, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so,
totally.
That's it.
At the end of Patrick's turn 1, devastating round.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good round.
I'm
Getting
used to
rid
it.
of Dreadnought and a bunch of Primaris. But I mean, it's still a really dangerous army because he's got the Interceptors in reserves, none of the Hellblasters are injured, and then the
Aggressors
as well in the tank. And the tank puts out a lot of firepower as well. I mean, I put a dent in it getting rid of the Dreadnought, but there's still a long way to go.
Yes.
In terms of objectives, I've got hold the line.
Yeah.
And I'm going to discard advance because I'm going to keep the Doomsday Arcs there.
Okay.
And I've still got objective 1. Now the Wraiths are close, but not close enough. So it's 1 point for that and 1 point for first blood. So I've got 2 points in my first turn.
2-0 onto Astartes, turn 1. Okay, so for my tactical objectives, I've drawn Supremacy, which is score D3 victory points if you control any 3 objectives at the end of my turn. Mission critical objective, which is I can score D3 victory points by holding what I've rolled for is objective 1, and hold the line, having 3 of my units in my own deployment zone. The repulsor's just moved around from the bush here over to objective 3, Wallop. Very little movement in the middle. The intercessor squad's pushed forward to just be in range to claim objective number 1. And over on this side, Lonely Dave and the boys are holding objective 4, barely. Brief psychic phase, because I was about to buff my Dreadnought to get stuck in, but it got one-shotted. So all I can do is a pitiful smite against the Wraith, so looking for a 5. I do it. Mortal wounds caused to the... oh, lovely. So a little base
gone.
Wow. Take that, Necron tier. He's going to cast Might of Heroes on himself, just in case anyone comes and tries to finish him off. Looking for a 6. Just does it. Sweet. The repulsor is going to be shooting at the destroyers over there. There will be some split fire. So the Talon, the twin last cannons, and the storm bolters will shoot at the destroyers. 3-2. Looking for 3s to hit with the last Talon. Of course, 1 hit. So 3s. I'm going to command point Hey! So we've got 5 plus
Invan granted by the Cryptek because of his...
yeah, Chronometron.
Okay, so roll for that. No, that's a fail, so d6 damage.
2 damage.
And they have
I
3
think
wounds
3
each.
wounds, so that's a shame.
One's down to 1
Almost.
wound.
Twin last cannons, shooting again at destroyers. 3 snake eyes. Ah, so this is going to shoot those dudes as well. Oh, now I turn up. 5's to wound. Oh, 3 wounds.
Takes a wound and 1 dice.
Oh, finally. Okay, so carry on with the split fire. I've got the Fragstorm grenade launcher and the little stubber is going to shoot the scarabs. So D6.
Nice.
Finally. Take on 3s. 3. And toughness 3. Strength 4, so 3's to wound. 2 wounds.
So they got a 6 up save, I think. Nope, so take 3 wounds, so that's that base
2
killed.
wounds. 2 wounds.
Oh, was it only 2
Yeah,
wounds?
it's 2.
Okay, yeah, sorry, so...
So 1 base
failed.
is just gone, isn't it?
Base is gone, it was on 2 wounds.
Sweet.
1 base left.
So it's the little heavy stubber. It's 3 shots, 3 plus. 2 hits. To wound is 3s.
Okay, so 2 wounds, 6 plus save. No, it takes 2 wounds down to 1.
Nice. So the 10-man squad of Hellblasters is going to target the wraiths up on the pyramid. They do have Calgar, or Rainer, as we're calling him, and a lieutenant handy. So let's see what happens. They're just at half range, so we should see some good shooting. I'm going to roll them in paired dice. So 2 hits. 4 hits. Re-rolling the 1. 6 hits. Re-rolling both of them. 8 hits. Re-rolling. 9 hits. How many is that so far?
5.
Re-rolling.
Oh, he's dead.
One guy takes 1 mortal wound. Re-rolling. Yes. Re-rolling the 1. Another 2. Oh, come on. Oh, Calgar's earning his keep. And re-rolling a 2. It's another mortal wound caused. Yeah. 17 hits, 1 miss, and 2 guys died in the in that shooting. So let's work out what damage you're going to cause. For 3s to wound. These are the ones I'm going to re-roll because of the lieutenant. Another
The
2.
Wraiths have a 3 plus Invan and 3 wounds each, but these do 2 damage, so 3s hopefully.
Oh no.
Taking
You're having a giraffe.
2 wounds there, Bill.
Oh.
Do you know what, Bill?
Yeah.
I'm just going to re-roll 1 as well. I'm going to use a command point. Yeah, they're fine.
Oh god, I hate you, and I hate Warhammer, and I hate dice, and I hate probability. Right, so after that pitiful shooting, I lost 2 guys, he lost none. But because of the Emperor Ascendant standard, I'm going to roll 3s or more to see if they can fire, which they can. So it's 2 shots each. Re-rolling any misses because of Calgar, so 1's missed. 3s to wound.
Yep. 3 wounds.
Yeah, 3 wounds caused. Let's see what happens.
Might kill him this time. Yeah, it does 2 wounds to one of them.
No, whoop-de-doo. The Primaris Ancient's going to try and finish off the Scarab base. So he's got a bolt rifle at half range, so 2 shots, 2 hits. To wound.
Oh, it's only got 1 wound left, and it's got no... It's a -1 on that, so it's just dead.
Okay, yeah. Gone.
Gone.
Finally. So the Chapter Master's going to have a pop at the Wraiths. So he's got the Gauntlets of Ultramar, hitting on 2 plus. And the strength is 4, so
Toughness
it's
5.
5's to wound. Nothing. So the Lieutenant's going to have a pop with his Stalker bolt rifle. 3 plus to hit. Oh, Calgar's re-roll. Yay!
They're not doing great, are they, at the moment?
Brian, if you're watching, my dice are rolling cold again. 2 bolt rifles here, going to shoot at the Immortals. 3 plus to hit. 4s to wound. 1 wound caused.
So 3+, -1 goes to 4+ for immortal. And there, okay.
Figures. Yeah, cool. Okay, so at the end of my turn, there's nothing I'm going to assault, nothing that can really pay off. So, terrible shooting.
What did you kill?
What did I kill?
You killed a destroyer.
1 destroyer, and I took some wounds off a wraith, and the
Cleared off
scarabs are gone. But looking at my tactical objectives, so supremacy, I do hold 3 objectives. So I've got number 3 there, number 1 there, number 4 there. So I'm going to roll D3. What is 2? 2. Well, that'll do.
Take
2.
that.
Yeah, I'll take that. So it's 2 victory points for supremacy. Mission critical objective, and I'm holding number 1, so I score D3 victory points for that.
So number 2.
Another 2 result,
4.
and then hold the line because I've got 3 units still in my deployment zone.
So that's 5.
So it's 5 victory points this turn for me.
That's pretty good. 5-2.
That'll do.
You might not show
That'll
it. We
do.
had a high scoring round.
I might not survive the next turns, but you know, at this point in the game, I'm winning. Tactical objective cards that you've drawn.
I've still held on to secure objective 1.
Yeah.
Or slaughter the living, which is score 1 victory point at least 1 enemy model unit, so it was completely destroyed during its turn. And then assassinate, score a victory point if at least 1 enemy character was destroyed, and a D3 if 3 or more.
Nice.
Interesting.
So now we're going to do reanimation protocols.
Yeah, but I've lost 1 destroyer. It comes back on a 4+ because of the +1 from the Cryptek. So yeah, he's back.
That's great news.
I have moved these slightly, just a touch. The Wraiths moved over, came to secure objective 1 and just in an inch away from the intercessors. Then the Annihilation Barges, is that what they're called?
Doomsday Arcs.
Doomsday Arcs have
Yeah.
moved slightly because I really want to target the Repulsor, but it moved out of line of sight. So I'm just trying to shuffle a bit to see if
just
I
trying
can
to
see that.
reposition, so you do lose a bit of range by moving. I think.
See him.
But there's just a bit of line of sight there. But maybe,
yeah, I can't shoot him anyway this round. That's more for later.
Yeah.
The Overlord and the Catacomb on the command barge, moved up.
Yeah.
And the Immortals move around the corner as well.
Nice.
And then the Scarabs have moved up. Looking at the Librarian.
There's a Jewel of the Fates right there. But look at this mob! Look at this!
Right.
Disgusting.
So I used the stratagem to deep strike, teleport these guys in.
That's
so
the Nefric Dynasty stratagem, isn't it?
Yeah, so
you've
there's
used
one
the-
blob of 17 here, of
Yes.
18 that were the deep striking ones. They've come in with Marius, the closest character, 9
Uh-oh.
inches away from him. And then the Overlord has used his teleport,
The Veil of Darkness.
Veil of Darkness, to come in behind the Librarian as well, 9 inches away from him.
Yeah. So it's a bad day in the jungles of Marius. Shouldn't have bothered coming to a tomb roll, really. Let's see what happens next.
I'm going to use my Will Be Done on the 18 man blob later. So these guys are just hitting on freeze the 17 lot, and they're shooting at the Librarian. So they're in rapid fire range. He's the closest, even though he's a character.
That's right.
And it's 34 shots.
Yes.
Hitting on freeze.
Oh, God.
22 hits, which is alright. Interestingly though, Billcast might have heroes on the Librarian in the last psychic phase, which he wasn't going to do if the Dreadnought hadn't died. So instead of wounding on 4s, they're now actually wounding on 5s.
With a significant amount of dice though, I think it's still quite likely. Let's see what... 4+ saves times 6. 2 wounds.
The other blob of warriors, they're going to be targeting Marius, who's the closest. I have 36 shots this time.
Hence you're holding them.
Two-handed.
Yeah.
And they've got my Will Be Done, so +1 to their attacks, so that's hitting on 2s.
Yay.
29 hits.
29
29 hits, yeah.
What's the difference?
Reading on 4s.
So 12 wounds, looking for 3 ups. Chapter Master Raegar has managed to shrug off most of it. He's taken 2 wounds, which leaves him on 5.
So the Immortals can shoot at the 2 Primaris. They get 20 shots. They've got My Will Be Done, so they're hitting on 2s. Any 6s generate additional hits. 2 hits. Strength 5, Toughness 4, Wounding on 3s.
Big handful of saves, looking for 3s. Oh dear. So that's them wiped off the face of Morloc.
Looking at the Librarian is the Command Barge. Tesla again, so 3 shots with a cannon. 3 hits. It's Strength 5, but he's still Toughness 5 from the last Psychic phase, so 4's to wound. Yeah, that's 3 wounds, no AP, so it's just regular 3-up save.
Here we go.
He's fine.
Yes.
Right, so next up is the Destroyers. I paid a point for Annihilation Protocols again. They're going to be targeting the Hellblasters. So they get 3 shots each, no penalty for moving, so that's 15 hitting on 3s, re-rolling.
So re-rolling.
1 miss, so that's 14 3.
Strong.
To wound.
7 wounds at -3. This lot here. Looking for 6s to survive.
Got a couple.
Not too bad.
So, D3 damage. First one, and then that kills him.
Yeah.
Next one, and then that kills him. This has been quite good so far for you.
Yeah.
Yep, next one, and that kills him.
Yeah.
That kills him. Kills him. Kills him.
Yes.
So that is 6 dead. It could have been worse.
It could have been. So I've removed 8 from there because we forgot to take off the 2 guys from the last time they were brought back to fight. Now I'm going to roll as they're removed. They're ghosts. They're all standing here. We're going to try and fire one last shot. Not bad. Sort of 3s to hit. I haven't overcharged. I didn't say either way, but.
And then again as well, so they get 2 shots each.
No, that's only at half.
Oh right,
Halfway,
who's shooting
so
at Destroyers?
Destroyers, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Giving it back to them. God damn it. 1 wound got through. 5 up in vol. Figures.
Oh, that's
So,
brutal.
A brutal round using the Annihilation Protocols there has taken my 10-man squad of Hellblasters down to 2. My dead pile's looking massive, but not too shabby on the Necrons part.
Left to shoot. This guy, I think he can shoot that, but we'll do this one first anyway. So
Yeah.
the furthest one against the Hellblasters is a heavy D6 on low power mode.
Roll for how many shots?
3.
Okay.
I think he's going to be hitting on 4s because he's moved and it's a heavy weapon.
Right.
But 3 2s won't do it.
Nah. So we're about to get charged by some scarabs, so a bit of Overwatch with a pistol. Nah.
Alright, they're in. They can't fail.
Yeah.
That's it. Scarabs have made it into combat. I'm using self-destruction stratagem, and on a 2+ they do D3 mortal wounds. So Librarian. Yeah, that's really bad.
You command point it.
Yes, I am going to command point it, which I'll probably regret later. So I need it for something else. So.
Oh, hang on, have you already played a command point for the use of the stratagem in that phase?
Yeah, there's a different strategy.
Oh, of course, that's right.
And it's
yeah.
a 1 again, so that was 2 stratagems I've used, 2 command points there to do nothing.
Sorry, bro.
So the Librarian's doing alright, I've got to say.
Well, he's the only
doing
one.
good.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
The charging phase, the command barge didn't make it into the Librarian, but this conga line of metal dudes did. What else have we got going on?
Right, okay.
The Wraiths are going to get stuck in now.
Yeah. The Warriors are going to try and charge Marius.
After all that indecision, they tried to charge into the Hellblasters and the Chapter Master. Didn't make it in.
I rolled a 6 and a 1 again.
Yeah.
And because I already used the command reroll, I couldn't reroll it, so that is immensely irritating.
Yes.
Again, for the Scarabs.
But also the Overwatch didn't make a dent.
Okay,
no
next,
issue there. So
the Wraiths are
Yeah.
going to charge. They're going to charge the Intercessors.
Yay.
And the Hellblasters.
Oh, saucy. Okay, so...
And Marnius.
Wow, strong style. Overwatch from the Intercessors, looking for some cheeky 6s. Oh, we've got 2 to wound. No.
Marnius.
2 dice, looking for 6s. Oh, hello. The wound from the Chapter Master's gauntlets. Oh, he's done it.
Will he get one? 3s. He does.
Oh.
He's dead. That's a touch, that.
Shazam, get off.
Shouldn't have charged him.
Ooh, we've rolled a 5-inch charge for the Wraiths.
Yeah, they can make...
They make the Hellblasters. So it looks like all they can do is pretty much wrap up the Intercessor squad there.
Oh, that's a bit more.
Up, we've got the Warriors attacking the Librarian.
Right, so 11 attacks. These guys can't fight. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s and 6s because he's still got his impressive.
Yeah, he's mighty.
So that's 4 wounds, no AP. So he's got his 3-up save on this.
So he's lost 1, so he's down to 1 wound. He's doing well.
So it ruins the fight phase for me. Not exploding. They got 4 attacks each.
This is the
Scarabs.
Scarabs.
Librarian. 4 attacks each. They hit on 4s. So that's 3, and then they wound on 5s. I don't see them killing him. 1 wound, no AP.
He's got 3+ save.
That's fine.
Just.
So he's going to get to attack back as well.
Yes. Next thing to happen is the Wraiths are going to attack the Intercessors.
So 12 attacks. Hitting on 3s. 3s to wound. Oh, it's crap again. That's really strange for them. Normally they're pretty good. So that's only 2. I don't know what the minus is. Probably -2 or 3. -2.
-2, so 5s.
Yeah.
1 is
so
wounded.
Just 1's dead because it's flat 2 damage.
Oh, of course, yeah, 1's dead. Attacking back with the Intercessors. 3's to hit, all 4 hit. 5's to wound. 5's to wound, I think. 1 wound.
Yeah, that's fine.
It figures. Primaris, the Librarian, is attacking back. He's going to attack the Warriors because they're a more worthy foe. 3 pluses to hit, 2 hits. 4's to wound. What sort of day is he having? The end of the Necron turn 2. Pat, what's the scores on the doors?
I haven't actually done very well, considering. I think I killed a lot of Hellblasters, which was good.
Mm-hmm.
I killed off the last 2 Primaris over here.
Yeah.
I took a couple of wounds off Marnius.
Yeah, he's down to 5.
But it's the combats that really let me down.
Yeah, the Wraiths should have chomped through them, really, but that's just the luck of the dice, isn't it?
Yeah, the Wraiths should have killed these guys, really. And then over here, the Scarab should have detonated and killed the Librarian. So
Did you even do that?
Did I have done that? Yeah.
No.
I rolled 2 1s, didn't I?
Oh, of course.
That was pants as well. So what I needed to do was clear these guys off so I could secure objective 1, which I haven't done. I needed to kill a character, which is Librarian, which I haven't done. And then the only thing I've got is Slaughter the Living for 1 point, which is destroy an enemy unit completely, which was finishing off the last 2 Primaris over there.
Well, so you're dominant on the board, but in terms of the score, you've only got yourself 1 more point
I've got
now.
3 points now.
And I'm still on 5.
Yeah, and you've got a turn to go. That's only the end of my turn 2.
You want to look for a table, old son. Forgot to do the morale phase for my Hellblasters, who took an absolute pummeling.
So they have... Space Marines have an 8 leadership, +1 for being Ultramarines up to 9, plus another 1 goes up to 10 because of the banner. They lost 6, so on a 5 or 6 they'll lose more.
I'm going to roll it again.
Yep, it's a 6 they lose 2, but they know no fear, so they get to roll again.
Ah, yes.
Fine.
Sweet. We shall know no fear.
That's a lot of buffing on their leadership.
Space Marines turn 2. I've drawn behind enemy lines, so I score a victory point if I have 1 unit in the enemy's deployment zone. Number 2, advance. I score 1 victory point if no unit is in my own deployment zone. And assassinate is I score a victory point if I kill a character, or D3 if I score 3. Okay, so with my tactical objectives in mind, I've withdrawn from the combat there as per the Ultramarines chapter tactic, allowing me to move these guys up out of my deployment zone. The aggressors have got out of the repulsor and are sizing up a bit of a get back against the wraiths. The repulsor could hopefully do some damage against the destroyers. And over here I've got my Inceptors, who just may have a chance of assassinating the Cryptek. And lastly, he knew the risks when he went over there. He's gonna get it hard. But you know.
That sounds weird.
Yes, he is. But it's the life of a librarian, isn't it? Should have been a Terminator. Hopefully the psychic phase, I'm going to roll for Might of Heroes again, looking for a 6. Fail it miserably. Alright.
You got command points.
Yeah, but you know.
Might keep him alive as well. Actually,
I've got an abundance of command points and I haven't really used many stratagems today. Just going to re-roll it. Hey! Nailed it. So he's tough. I'm now going to play Fury of the Ancients, which is on a value of 7. I roll 3d6, and that's how long my line of death can be. And there's a nice line there where I might be able to do some damage. So looking for a 7. Gets it. I misread the power. I thought it was a straight line of 3d6, but I thought it was models, but it's actually a unit. So I'm going to roll it anyway. It would have been a decent line. I could have zapped everyone, but instead they just take a mortal wound, don't they?
yeah.
So one mysterious Necron warrior gone.
I think you do your imaginary line this way, 10 inches, and take one from each of those. That's probably the best.
Yeah. So pew pew. So 2 warriors. What a waste of power. The shooting phase, my Inceptors are going to shoot their heavy bolt weapons into the Cryptek. So looking for 3s to hit. The wound.
That's
More
well
like
over.
Cryptek to survive.
I've got to save 5 of these because he's only got 4 wounds and it's -1, so he's going up to a 4-up save. He's dead. He's taken 6 wounds in with a reroll. He's dead, so you've got to assassinate and kill the Cryptek.
What up? So next up to fire is the recently disembarked aggressors. We're going to shoot into the Cryptek wraiths. So they've got their bolt storm gauntlets, but also their frag storm grenade launchers, which is this many extra. So because I'm running out of dice, I'm going to roll them one dude at a time. So here's the first dude. 3s or more. 5s and 6s to wound.
That's good. Good.
Next round of next dude. 3s to hit. Again, 5s to wound. So only 2 guys rolling together. Looking for 3s. 11 wounds I've got through, so looking for the
11, 3 up inbounds.
Yeah.
So that is 2 wounds taken on one of them.
Right, I was looking at the 1 as if it was a wound dice. It's not. It's the objective.
One
So
takes 2
one
wounds.
wraith is down to 1 remaining wound. The falling back intercessor squad is going to shoot at -1 ballistic skill into them. So looking for 4s to hit. Righto. Wound. Nothing. Overcharge the 2 remaining Hell Blasters, because why not? Because they're going to die anyway. So looking for 3s to hit, re-rolling any hit. Oh, nice, there we go. Nobody died.
3's to wound.
3s to wound.
2 wounds.
Oh, I've got my lieutenant nearby who can re-roll that 1.
Nice.
Ah, God. So 2.
2 3 up inbounds.
Yeah. And they're 2 damage apiece because it's overcharge.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll re-roll 1,
Or saucy.
or will I? No, I won't. I'll leave it. It's
Okay.
alright.
So 2 damage, so
1's dead, and another one's down to 1 wound.
quite hard to shift these boys, isn't it?
Yeah.
So failing that, my ancient is going to shoot his gun, so 3 or more. Yeah, figures. Oh, he's going to re-roll because I'm minus. Hits at 5 to wound. No good. I'm going to fire everything from the repulsor at the wraiths. That's Talon and the twin last cannons are going to shoot at the wraith, so we're rolling them together. 3s to hit. Yeah. Okay, 3. 3s. 1 wound.
3+ in 1. Fine.
Bolter's next. 3s to hit, 5s to wound. 2 wounds.
Yep, okay.
Into them, 3s. And 5s, nothing. There's a frag storm launcher which is D6 shots, so it's 2 to hit, 3s, and 1 to wound, 5s. Now the Raegar is going to shoot his gauntlets of Ultramar into the Wraith, so it's 2 to 1 to hit.
Rerolling.
Rerolling his own misses. And to wound, it's going to be 5s, isn't it? Because it's strength 4.
It's 1 wound.
Yeah.
3+. Yep, he's okay.
Oh my god, Wraiths.
You're going to have to go and punch him to death.
Yeah,
now,
he's going to have to get all up in their grill. Okay, first combat is going to be the aggressor squad. So we've got 9 attacks, hitting on 4s because of the gauntlets. Rolling the 1. Calgar, that's a shame. Okay, so looking for 3s.
Rerolling 1 because of the lieutenant.
Oh yes, of course, nice.
Yeah. It's 3 minus 3 d3 damage, so I need to make 3 3-ups.
Yeah.
Which I do.
Oh god, it just winds me up. Chapter Master's going to get punchy. He's got his 5 attacks, looking for 2s or more. Rerolling his own 1. Yeah. Thanks for looking for 3s to wound.
3 wounds.
Will he kill them? Let's find out.
1 goes through, does d3 damage.
D3
but it's a
damage.
1-on-1 wound anyway, so it's dead.
So one just gets punched out cold. I reckon it's that dude there.
He did.
He did. See you around. Going in with his 4 attacks. Oh yeah, re-rolling. Oh, does he hit on 2s?
No, 3s.
3s. So re-rolling them for Chapter Master. So 3 of them, and it's going to be 5s, isn't it?
Yeah.
5s to wound.
Rerolling 1s. 1 wound.
Yeah.
3 up in 1. Nope, takes a wound. Lieutenant's done well there.
Lead by example, old son.
Marnis just killed 1. Lieutenant's done another wound.
Brilliant. Blasters are going to fight tooth and nail.
Reroll the 1.
Reroll the 1.
2 hits. 5s and 6s. Rerolling 1s.
Go again with the lieutenant.
And then we've got the ancient next.
Ancient's going to fight. How many attacks has he got actually? 3 more attacks on top of that 1.
Rerolling the 2.
No, it's only it's a hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes. 5s and 6s. 2. Come on, Snake Eyes.
No, that's alright.
No, of course. And there's no one else in that little group that can fight. I suppose better resolve the librarian, so watch this space. So my buffed librarian is now strength 5. I think we forgot that last time, but we're going to do it anyway now. And he's looking for 3s to hit. This is against the warriors. 5 against toughness 4, looking for 3s. He's killed from that group. Okay, so it's now time for the Wraiths to attack back.
Yep, I've got 2 left, 3 attacks each. They're going to go into the lieutenant, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, the ancient. I'm going to get the ancient.
Oh, okay, not my nice flag.
Yeah, he's irritating. So that is 6 hits, wounding on 3. Right, so that's 4 wounds at -2. So he goes up to a 5-up save, I think, unless he's got an invuln.
No.
Right, so he's taken 6 wounds.
He's gone. It's the end of Space Marines turn 2. Let's tally up the scores. I have got a unit behind enemy lines. So I'm over there.
Choppy dudes.
I have advanced out of my deployment zone, so I get another point there. And I've assassinated a character, which was the Cryptek over there, with my lovely Inceptors.
And luckily, I killed the Primaris Ancient with the Wraiths who are still in combat,
Yes,
so
indeed.
that gives me Assassinate as well.
Yeah, so you go up to 4, and I go up to
8.
8-4. Didn't feel like this all game, I'll tell you that.
You double my points as well with a turn advantage.
Yeah, quick look behind the curtain. Pat's been coaching me as we're going along, but it's been a very close game. So on to Necrons, turn 3. What cards have you drawn?
I think I've got some that I might be able to achieve for once, because I'm still only on 4. Still on Secure Objective 1.
Yeah.
Secure Objective 5.
Interesting. That's right in the middle there.
Yeah.
We'll explain that in a second.
And the Big Game Hunter. And there is a model on the table with that amount of wounds, which is the Repulsor.
Yeah.
So that's
There's a few wounds to get through. So you've used your reanimation protocols. You brought one warrior back.
Yeah, from the guys that were...
Yeah.
And that was it.
And you debated whether to bring back a Wraith using the stratagem.
When the reanimation protocols occurred, they were in the middle of
this they were in here. So you'd only bring one back, which could have fitted in here.
And that would have been 2 command points, so... Yeah,
2 command points for one Wraith. He's opted against it for this time.
Yeah. If they can get away, I might try and do it again. So anyway, the destroyers have moved 10 inches onto 5 and secured that.
Yeah.
The
Doomsday Arcs
have stayed still. I don't know why I can't say that. I want to say Annihilation.
Yeah, I know, because they annihilate things.
Yeah, Immortals have moved up. They're just in range of these Primaris.
Yes.
The Warriors and the Scarabs have fallen out of combat. I just really want these 2 characters to kill Librarian because I think that's cool.
That is cool.
There's no real reason for that. These guys have shuffled forward a bit more towards the fight in the middle, and the Wraiths have dropped out of combat. It's quite an interesting turnaround because the Wraiths were surrounded by the Space Marines.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to finish them off, sort of in a killing circle. Then they've dropped out, and then all their backs are turned, and all of a sudden there's warriors coming up behind them here, more warriors coming up behind them there, and they've become the trap one. So it looks pretty cool right now.
The ironies. The shooting phase, and it's the Doomsday Arc shooting against the Repulsor.
Yeah. So it hasn't moved. It's just about seeing. So I get heavy.
Hello.
Heavy D6
D6 shots
for 3.
Okay.
I have to keep that. Hits on 3s.
Yeah.
So that's 2 hits.
Strength
and then
10.
Strength 10.
Tough to say.
Yeah. Wounds on 3s as well.
Yeah.
So that's 2 wounds. It's minus 5 AP. So it goes straight through. Really could have done with that double 6 on the actual damage. So that goes straight through. And yeah, I got 2 6s. I need that again. That's never going to happen. I'm going to get 2 1s.
No, if you're rolling, let's find out.
Yeah, it's an 11. I don't know whether to re-roll the 5 or not.
Reroll both.
No, I'll take that actually.
That's a strong shot, so that is taking some incredible damage.
So what's he on now?
He has 16 wounds, I believe.
Wow.
So
we've still got 5 to
let me double check that. Knocked right back into raspberry mode in 5 wounds remaining. The destroyers are sizing up some shots to try and finish off this big game here.
Right, so I've got 3 shots each.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Annihilation.
Yes.
Again, so that's another command point, bring me down to 2.
Rolling those misses.
Another
another strong roll from lovely Patrick there.
And then I need 5s and 6s because they're strength 6 against toughness.
Yes. Toughness 8.
This is where it can fall foul a bit, but
3 rolls to wound.
1, 2, 3.
That's a lot of
It's
wound.
not bad, is it? That is 7.
So this could be the end. I'm looking for 6s.
And it does D3 damage, so I was correct though, but yep, that is 5.
It's gone.
7 damage, yeah.
Does it explode on a 6? Nah. So Shazam.
Okay, so Tesla against the Primaris.
Their back's turned as well.
Is this Assault 2, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so hitting on 3s. I stupidly didn't put him close enough to get
Well,
will be done.
we are living and learning. It's a strength 5.
Missed a couple, but got some Tesla ones back.
Yeah, so the 6s explode into extra hits.
So wounding on 3s.
Going to save the power armoured marines. One is killed and one is wounded. Command barge is targeting the librarian.
So 3 shots Tesla, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds, no AP, so he's got 3 up. He did.
You done well. A dirty act of spite. The Doomsday Arc It's going to target this little squad of dudes.
Shooting at everyone in the back.
Yeah.
So heavy
D6.
6 for 4, hitting on 3s. Oh, that's only one hit.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's wounding on 2s, killing on 2s. No, that's ridiculous.
How can we survive this?
I need to do 1 wound on that Primaris.
I don't understand how we
It
survive.
could do 11 damage on the repulsor.
Yeah.
And then not kill 1 Primaris Marine on 1 wound.
Lame. Moving on with the shooting, the warriors.
They're going to shoot the Hellblasters. I'm not really sure whether this is going to be overkill or not. Thinking it might be,
You
but
can split
I'm gonna go
fire.
for it. Okay, I'll do.
Half and half.
Yeah,
Well, no, because you
I'll
have to.
do 18 shots rapid fire here, so that's 9 of them, and then 9 into these guys over
Of
here.
course, because the
afterwards.
lieutenant's a character, so is the chapter master.
Yeah, so I can't shoot them.
Okay, so you're splitting fire between the 2 squads. Let's see
In
what
fact, no,
happens.
I'll change that again. I'll shoot 18 into them and 9 into them.
Okay, saucy.
Okay, so
Let's see what happens. So the first lot against the Hellblasters,
yeah, hitting on 2s,
because of my will be done.
wounding on 4s. Oh no, it's only got 3 wounds.
That's a terrible
I should have just done it. One
Okay,
takes
so
a wound.
one takes a
Oh,
wound.
2. Actually, 1 dies because it's -1.
Of course,
So
yeah.
one's
So
dead.
1 Hellblasters.
Should have shot more. I got greedy. That's what happens, isn't it? Shots hitting on 2s.
Against the against the aggressors, this isn't it?
Yeah, and then 5s and 6s to wound. Oh, 5 at -1. So that is 2 dead.
Yes. So that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, it's actually alright. The killing the repulsor was good. Got
Yeah.
a
So
good
you've
point.
secured the maximum points you could score there.
Yeah, got rid of the librarian as well.
Yeah, he's gone.
Secured objective 5 and 1. And so
5's
that's
there. 1's there.
3 objectives.
You didn't fancy going for Slay the Warlord because that would mean giving up
The objective.
objective number 1. So it swings and roundabouts there. So that's the end of your turn 3.
That puts me up to 7 points.
So you're on
Against
7.
your 8.
I'm on 8. Oh. On we go with the Space Marines. Space Marines turn 3. Let's look at the cards that I've drawn. I've got overwhelming firepower. I'll score a victory point if I kill a unit during the shooting phase. Honour your chapter. Score 1 victory point if enemy character loses a wound in combat with one of my characters. And Blood and Guts. Score 1 victory point if I kill a unit in the fight phase. So what we've done is the Inceptors have moved up into that gap there as far as they could really. See what they can do in the shooting phase. My squad of intercessors there, the 2 remaining guys, do have a bit of a bead on these little chaps over here. Along with my lieutenant who's moved up to try and get an eyeball on them as well, and a Hellblaster. The Chapter Master's moved up a little bit just to provide his buff to all the units involved. And the aggressors have moved up a little bit again to stay in that bubble. Straight into the shooting, so I'm going to be shooting my 3 intercessors there into the scarab. So it's 3s to hit, re-rolling any misses to hit. So re-rolling that one. 3s to wound because they're toughness 3.
Rerolling 1s because of the
Re-rolling 1.
lieutenant. 3. That just kills a base because they're -1 and they
Okay, so
don't
1
have a
base is
6.
gone.
Save.
And straight onto the lieutenant is moved, so it's a 4 to hit, 3 to wound, and it's 2 damage.
So that's a flat 2 damage. Putting
Yeah.
the last base down to 1.
That's a 1. So I really need my Hellblaster to come through now, so I'm not going to overcharge. He is at half range, so he's going to fire twice.
Rerolling. Calgar, luckily.
Do you know what? Calgar is worth taking. It's 2 hits.
And then 2s to wound, rerolling 1s.
Rerolling the 1.
That is 2 damage, it's dead, and that is overwhelming firepower.
I've achieved my my tactical objective. Pure wisdom on my part, nothing to do with Pat whispering in my ear. Up is the Inceptors shooting at the destroyers, so looking for 3s. What's to wound? 3 wounds apiece, so let's see what damage we can do.
Sorry, drop this.
That's That's alright. Go on.
Forced to save with a -1 on those bolters. Oh, yeah, so that's 1 dead and 1 down and wound.
Calgar's going to be shooting at the Wraith, so it's 2s or more to wound.
To hit, rerolling.
To hit, sorry, yes. Rerolling those 2. So all of them hit, and
5 and 6s. Oh,
yeah.
That is
There we
good.
go, there we go. Let's see what happens now. Sorry, we have to reach across.
That's alright. 3 up in van.
Yeah. Come on, do some damage.
Nah, they're alright. They're alright.
The aggressors are shooting at the Wraiths. I've rolled my d6 so for the Fragstorm launches, so they've got 9 shots apiece. 3s to hit. Rolling my hits because of Calgar. 5s and 6s to wound. 5 wounds through. The lieutenant's out of range, so there's no reroll, so
5 3 ups.
3 ups.
Nah, they've made them all. They're ridiculous, these
Oh,
things.
they're so tough. So, fight phase, my aggressors of all my stuff is charged in basically, except the lieutenant, because we really want to kill these wraiths. So we're going to go in with the aggressors first. Re-rolling the 1s.
3 hits.
3 to wound. 2 wounds. Oh my god! One day you're gonna fail a save. Chapter Master Raegar's gonna go next with his gauntlets. So 5 attacks. It's 2+ to hit.
Yep, rerolling once.
That's handy. Nice work. Wound.
That's not bad, is it?
Come on.
He's pretty impressive. He does it himself.
Oh
He's got
my
to fail
God.
2 of these.
Come on.
Failed 1.
Oh, you.
D3 damage. Kill 1. Yep, he's dead.
So he's punched 1 out. Okay. Intercessors are piled in. 3 attacks, re-rolling any misses. 3 hits. 5s and 6s to wound. 2 wounds.
3 wounds each, bro. Oh, it's alive on 1 wound.
Oh my god. Okay. So
Wraiths are going to attack the aggressors.
nice.
So 3 attacks hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 3s. It's 1 wound at -2. So it goes. Did he got 5 up, have they? Oh.
Yeah,
There's 2 damage, so that's dead.
Well, my aggressive
That one?
gone. Yeah.
That's the end of the fight phase.
Okay.
Or is it?
Or is it? Because for 3 command points, I'm going to play Honour the Chapter, which allows one of my infantry units, my boss, to fight again. And I really need to punch this wraith out now.
So 1 wound as well.
Yeah, for 3 command points, I've cashed it in. So let's get cracking. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling those because of himself. It's 4 hits, and it is
Wounding on 3s.
wounding on 3s. Oh, here we go.
Can I make 4 3-up invulnerables? Or will Calgar kill the last wraith while standing on top of the Necron tomb? He's killed it!
Hey!
Oh, wait.
Oh no!
Has he?
You're going to command point that.
I'll command point again.
You have to.
Do you know what?
It's an a-hole move.
I'm not doing it.
Why not?
Because it's bad. I want him to kill him on top of the Necron temple. I think that's awesome.
Oh.
I'm letting it stand. I'm alright with it.
Oh, okay, alright.
Goodbye, race. That's awesome.
Raegar! Raegar! So at the end of Space Marines turn 3, overwhelming firepower. I killed something in the
Scarabs?
shooting phase, which was the Scarabs. Honour the Chapter. I didn't do that one.
No, that's impossible, that one.
Yeah,
I
it was
discarded that, I
hard.
think. Get rid of that.
Okay. Blood and Guts, I managed to kill the Wraith in the fight phase. So it's 2 more points.
Putting you up to 10 points now.
10 points. So here we go, Raegar and his boys at a final last stand because the odds are not in my favour. Got all this mess to come yet. But Joe, for that one turn, we felt what it was like to be champions. What cards have you drawn?
I drew Code of Combat, which is kill enemy character with one of my characters, which
Yeah.
is quite a tough one, but hopefully I can do that.
Yeah.
Secure Objective 4, and then Scour the Skies. So Scour the Skies, I can kill these jumpy dudes over here, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then I've moved all of this lot over here. I need to try and kill this guy with one of my characters as well. So I brought the command barge over here.
Yeah.
Destroyers have moved up. They didn't get any reanimation protocols, unfortunately. And
it feels like there's a bit of a pantomime moment where it's behind you would seem somewhat of an understatement. You did roll reanimation protocols, didn't you, for the destroyers, but didn't make it.
No. I think I've got another one to do for the warriors, actually. I think I lost 3 or 4.
Okay, we'll just do it now because we're supposed to do it at the start, but who cares?
So that's one more warrior
One
back.
warrior should make all the difference. Other than that, you've got a big pack of warriors here, pushing up towards the final last stand that's happening on top of the pyramid.
Yeah, they're all in cover up there, but the one lieutenant got left behind and he's facing down some immortals and some warriors and a command barge.
His orders were fight on until destruction, and so he will. The shooting phase.
Okay, so we're going to start with the warriors. They are going to shoot the Primaris intercessors up there. So 3.
Wound. Still 3 up because it's -1, but +1 for the cover. So safe. I'm rolling like a Necron. Of course they're at half range, so they're going to fire again. The wound. Save. 1, 2. So one guy was wounded, and one guy's dead. Yeah. That's right. Fired this squad of Necron warriors at the Hellblaster that was on the stairs, who's now been killed. In addition, the Immortals fired at the Intercessor squad who was there, and they've been completely wiped out. Starting to look a bit thin on the ground. The Ark is going to fire at another high value target, but it is for points.
Jumpy dudes. So number 1, heavy
Inceptors.
D6. 4, hitting on 3s. Oh, that's bad.
Dude.
And then wounding on 2s. Yep, and that's -5, so
One's annihilated.
yeah. I think it does D6, so I better roll it actually.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep, so he's dead. Next barge.
Gonna fire at the same.
Yep, same
target.
thing. So heavy D6. 3. 3s.
Yeah.
Hits 2s. Okay, so that's straight through at -5. First one kills him, and the next one kills him, so that's them gone.
Oh no. They're gone.
3 shots each, and we use annihilation protocols, put me down to 1 command point. They're going to shoot everything at this aggressor here.
Oh, okay.
So hitting on 3s, re-rolling.
3s. Let's see it.
So that is 3, 4, 5, 9, 10 wounds on the aggressor at -3.
Easy.
It doesn't get a cover because they're both in cover, so 6s.
Is that right?
Yeah. So yes, D3 damage a go.
Yes. I think he's dead.
He did.
Thwack. 2 dudes left. The command.
On barge, 3 Tesla cannon shots at the lieutenant, hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s, no 3s. It's 5 against toughness 4.
Yeah.
3s. That is 2 wounds, no AP, so it's regular 3 up. That's fine.
Yes. Because the
6.
so onto the fighter phase. So the Overlord is going to be charging into my lieutenant. So looking for a 6 on the Overwatch. Nothing. It's a 1 in fact. Useless. So the Overlord made it in with a roll of 6 with a required 6, and the command barge made it in also.
So fight phase.
Yeah.
Starting first with the Overlord. He's got 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. So that's 3 hits, and it is strength ×2 with the void side. 3 hits with the 3s. Oh, I do. This is weapon skill 2, so that's 3 hits.
Touch.
And strength 10 because it's ×2 with the void side, so wounding on 2s. Right, so that is 2 wounds, but I'm going to command point this one. So that's 3 wounds. It's AP -4, so it goes straight through and does 3 damage. So that's
He's gone.
9 damage.
And his head cut clean from his body, And
Should put a helmet on, shouldn't he? Look at him. That was silly.
Wear a helmet, you fool. It's clipped to your waist, for God's sake. Turn, how did it go? Points-wise?
Yeah, pretty devastating in terms of the army. So, code of combat, my overlord killed the lieutenant in combat. And then my warriors in the corner secured objective 4.
Yeah, nice.
And then I killed the jumping guys for Scour.
Who were over here? Yeah, they're gone.
And so that's 3 more points and puts me up to 10, same as Bill.
Nice. 10 all, and I've got 1 model left. My Chapter Master.
I think there's only one thing he should do, and that is come down off the Necron tomb and attack my warlord. Who I have made the closest model as well, so he can shoot and then attack it.
Let's see how that goes. Okay, the cards I've drawn to do with one guy: defend objective 1, secure 4, and secure 5. I've got no one to secure anything, so I'm playing for guts and glory. I'm going to go and punch the face out of the Necron Overlord. First of all, I'm going to shoot him. So, rerolling the ones. It's 3 hits.
I think it's strength 4, isn't it? He's toughness 5.
Yeah.
5 and 6s. 2.
2.
And I get 4 plus in 1 against it.
Okay.
So he takes 2 wounds. Oh, it's getting tasty.
I've made it into a charge for my very short and final fight phase. He's going to die with dignity.
Warlord versus Warlord.
Yeah.
3 wounds left. He can do it. All hit.
Yeah, all hit. To wound 3s. This strength 10, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm toughness 5, so 2 to wound.
Oh, 2s. Nice.
That's 5.
And it's AP.
Alright, I forgot. I need
Gauntlets of
to
Ultramar.
heroically intervene with this guy as well.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 4 plus inruns that I need to make. Oh, he's dead. You've killed him.
Son! Raegar!
So that's Warlord.
Boom.
That's another kill.
Yes. So the command barge gets to fight.
He's got a war side, doesn't he?
Yeah, war side.
Okay, so 5 attacks hitting on 2s. Strength 7 with the war side, so wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
So that's 3 wounds. He's got invuln of 4, doesn't he?
4 plus.
He's fine.
Yes.
Walks it off.
And I'm going to play my last 3 command points to play the same stratagem as last time, where I can fight again in the fight phase. Load me up with 5 dice. He's going to try and punch another one out.
This is impressive.
Looking for 2s.
Rerolling
Rerolling the
ones.
1. All hit.
Yep. Wounding on 3s this time, because it's got a higher toughness of 6.
3s to wound.
2 wounds.
Nah, it's a shame. That's, well, yeah, okay.
It's fine. That's alright. So you need to roll your 2d3 damage.
Come on.
So 3 and a 2. So I need to roll a 1 for one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And a 2 for the other one. No. So it does 3 damage straight through.
Okay.
And that leaves him on 5 wounds left.
And that's the end of that turn.
Push you up to 11 points.
I'm on 11 points because of Slay the Warlord. And that's about it. Let's see if Pat can finish me off. And the odds are stacked against the Chapter Master, who finds himself in a noble but pointless last stand.
I did drew some objective cards, but I'm not really going to pay too much attention to them.
Yeah.
Dust and Ashes, when this tactical objective is generated, I've got to nominate a Necron character they've got to survive. So the command barge has got fly, so it moved out of combat.
Weaseled out behind some mountains because he knew he was his
He just got his
match.
head chopped off then, as well.
Yeah.
Endless Legions, which is keep a tally of the number of successful reanimation protocols you make. If you reach 10, then you get a command point. But I mean, at this point, that's not really an easy one to do.
No, and you did roll your reanimation. You didn't get anyone back, did you?
No.
No.
I haven't got anyone back. I don't think all turn.
No.
Maybe 1 destroyer. And then reclaim and capture, and I rolled an odd number, so capture all the odd objectives. But
so
yeah,
you've got 1.
3 and
3
5
was out of
could have gone.
range, and 5 is no good. So it's all down to a tabling.
Okay, so first is going to shoot. The command barge cast My Will Be Done. on them before he flew off. I think that's all right.
Yeah.
Right, so 30 shots hitting on 2s. That's 28 or 27 hits, bruising on 4s.
This many, 3+ saves because of the -1 AP. Ah, no.
He's alive on 1 wound.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's dead.
Oh no. I've run out of command points, haven't I?
Yeah, you have used the last 3 to...
Well, it was a noble effort. I mean, look at that. He was really up against it, but unfortunately,
He did.
the campaign for Morloc is off to a terrible start. He is slain.
Or teleporting away.
Beam me up! So by dint of a complete tabling, with most of his army still alive, what was the score prior to that? I was
10-11 to you.
I was on 11, you were on 10, but it was always a tough ask for Calgar. So, Necron win?
Yeah, I was surprised. I've never played Necron before, but I've heard bad things about them, but they did really well today.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They're very strong.
How did
I
the
think
Space Marines do?
they did great. Oh, hang on a minute. No, they're all dead. But yeah, I got crushed. I was playing for the tactical objectives and I got them, but I just didn't have enough to stay alive.
I think it's the lack of invuln for a lot of the Space Marines.
The Dreadnought going early on.
The Dreadnought should have an invuln, I think.
Dreadnought should have a 5+ of invuln at least.
Yeah, and the Repulsor should as well.
Yeah, the Repulsor, I mean, against the Doomsday Arc, I couldn't really ask for more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
What do you think played well, units-wise?
Doomsday Arcs, they were very good.
Yeah.
Warriors resilient.
I think the Wraiths as well, because you had to deal with them, it tied up pretty much
the
whole rounds of
Wraiths,
shooting
yeah.
and they'd still be there.
The Wraiths finished me off because they just soaked up so much firepower.
Yeah,
time
and
and
the
effort.
Warriors, although they move slowly, they kind of closed the gap at the end.
Yeah, and 5-turn game, they've moved across the board quite a bit.
Yeah.
So all that's left to say is bully.
Yeah, well done.
Bully, bully.
Cheers.
And we'll see you next time for game 2. You'll also find us on Patreon now, so if you do feel like helping us out at all, it's $1 a month. If you can reach down the back of your sofa, that would be great, but obviously you can't do that online. So do it from your bank account.
You could give it to someone as a Christmas present.
It's the
Very
season.
good Christmas present.
No, it's a terrible present. You actually technically don't get anything for it, other than wonderful content.
So it's a charity.
Technically it's a charity because we've got kids to feed.